guys, welcome back to the week of SpiffdUp. Hello, my name is Spiff, and if you're new to my channel, what's up? Welcome to the family. Make sure to hit the subscribe button down below for future videos because you want to see a little bit more of me. Alright, so for today's video, guys, I wanted to kick off the week talking about my top 5 favorite foundations. These are the ones that I've been using the most recently within the past year, and we're going to be talking about coverage, we're going to be talking about longevity, we're going to be talking about the price, the shade range, everything like that. So definitely stay tuned for all of that shenanigans. Make sure to follow me on all of my social media links, which are going to be listed down below in the description box. And without further ado, let's go and get started on today's video. And can I quickly just say, it is 2:30 in the morning. I have class at 8 a.m. But I definitely wanted to film this video for you guys, and I had no other time to film this because, of course, this classroom is being used during the day. So just wanted to say that. I did want to mention that I am normal to dry skin. I know that I get really dry around the winter time. I get really dry around here, around like the cheek area, especially where I shave, and then especially on the forehead as well too. So hi. Did you need to like clean in here? Okay. Can you give me like 15 minutes? Is that fine? Okay, cool. Alright, so the first foundation that I want to talk about is the Wet n Wild Photo Focus Foundation. This is in shade Desert Beige, so if you're my skin tone as well, this foundation shade will probably work the best for you. This is going to be a cruelty-free foundation. You can pick this up at any drugstore, major drugstore like Walmart, CVS, Walgreens, Rite Aid for sure. The shade range of it is pretty decent. I'm pretty sure there's about 12 different shades that are available. This foundation is about $6 at the drugstore as well too, so very affordable. It's going to be a medium to full coverage foundation, but definitely leaning more towards the medium to full, like a very good full coverage foundation. I find that the best way to apply this foundation is definitely with a brush. A beauty blender tends to soak it up a little too much for me, but if you're going for more of that full coverage, definitely a brush is going to be the best route to go to get the maximum coverage that this foundation can give you. I like the bottle. The bottle is really nice. It's very just like kind of sturdy, especially for like Wet n Wild, a brand like that where a lot of the stuff may feel very cheapy. This does not. I like the fact that it has a spatula for an applicator. Some foundations, especially at the drugstore, do not have an applicator. This is just gonna like come like this with like a plain bottle and a cap, which is not the best, but the fact that this has an applicator that you can go on directly to apply this foundation, I think that's also a plus, especially for $6 at the drugstore, which $6 is very affordable. Longevity wise, you're gonna get about like 12 to 14 hours with it. I find that the best way to apply it is to go on with a brush, like I said, and then setting it with some type of setting powder, locking it in place, and then pretty much just baking in the areas that you may get oily in. This is definitely gonna be a foundation that I'm gonna be using for the rest of the year. I love the way that this just looks on my skin. It gives me a nice healthy glow, and especially during the winter time. I've been saying especially so much lately in this video, and it's just the beginning. Oh god. But I love the way that this looks during the winter time. I get really dry skin, like I said, during this time of the year. So this is going to provide a lot of hydration for my skin, which I like. The next foundation that I want to talk about is the Gabriel Moisturizing Liquid Foundation in the shade Tawny. This is going to be more of a high-end foundation. I did pick this up at Whole Foods. I'm pretty sure you can pick this up at like any other like natural grocery store. Sprouts may have it, Natural Grocers may have it, but you can also get this on Amazon and of course Gabriel Cosmetics. This foundation is going to be $30 at the store wherever you pick this up at, but definitely, like I said, it's going to be leaning more towards that higher end side. But I will say that if you are a fan of the NARS Sheer Glow Foundation, this is a good, cheaper dupe. Not necessarily a very affordable dupe, but a cheaper dupe. And it is cruelty-free, gluten-free, and it has a lot of essential oils in there to really just provide the hydration for a nice healthy glow. Recently, NARS did just go back to not cruelty-free. So if you're somebody who's straying away from NARS Cosmetics, then I would say Gabriel Cosmetics is going to be the alternate route because this foundation is amazing and it definitely lasts a really long time on the face. Another good pro is that it does blur out the skin. I find that this just looks phenomenal. I like to apply with a beauty blender. I find that the brush just kind of makes it too oily on my skin, if that makes sense. So the beauty blender will go in and just absorb all of that. One con that I will say is that there is no applicator. There is just going to be a straight up bottle with a cap, which, I mean, for $30, you would think that they would at least have a pump or some type of like added bonus because you are paying a lot of money for this foundation, but I can get over that and I can just apply it on the back of my hand and then just take a beauty blender to apply it. Moving on. The next foundation that I recently discovered that I'm kind of in love with that I'm currently wearing right now, this is going to be the L'Oreal Pro Glow Infallible Foundation in shade 209 Caramel Beige. kind of like the same thing as the Gabriel foundation. I just find that this is going to be more of like a medium coverage foundation, and your skin will still peek through just a little bit, but definitely provides a lot of hydration on the face. Like I said, I'm currently wearing it right now under many layers on my face. But this definitely complements a lot of higher end products. So if you're somebody who is kind of wanting something affordable, the Pro Glow foundation is definitely going to be a good route to go. This is about $11 at any drugstore that sells L'Oreal products, which L'Oreal is a really big brand. So you will definitely be able to find this foundation. Bad pro is, I feel like anybody who is oily, they may not want to stick with this foundation because, like I said, it is going to give you that very glowy, very glistening makeup look. If you have really oily skin, this will definitely intensify that, so that's kind of like a bad con. The shade range is actually pretty nice. The longevity of it, you're going to get about a good like 10 to 12 hours with this foundation, depending on the technique that you go about setting your face. But very nice. Honestly, I could wear this all day and be totally fine with it. I will say that I tend to find it breaking up right here on my forehead, like on the high points of it. So that is the only issue that I have with this. So the next foundation that I want to talk about is the Lancome Tint Idole Ultra Wear Foundation. This has an SPF 15 in it with a broad spectrum, so that is a good pro, honestly. If you're looking for a foundation with an SPF in it, that is going to be a decent medium to full coverage. The Lancome Tint Idole Foundation is phenomenal. It is going to be around $47 for this foundation, but the shade range is amazing. It does say 24-hour wear. I don't find that to be realistic at all. Who would wear a foundation? Well, actually I have before, but who is really going to wear a foundation for 24 hours? I think that's ridiculous. I think you can get at least 14 to 16 hours with this foundation. It is going to be a demi matte foundation, so not completely drying on the face, but it is going to be more on the matte side of things. It does come with a pump. I think for $47, it should come with a pump. Like, hello, it needs to come with a pump. It has a nice, like, heavy frosted glass bottle, and it feels very luxurious, expensive. I mean, Lancome is definitely going to be more of that luxurious type of brand. As far as flashback with the sunscreen, I don't find that it does cause any flashback in photos. I've taken many photos with this foundation on, and it just honestly doesn't look bad at all. Definitely one of my fave fives. I will definitely repurchase this if I ever run out of it. I did receive this for free through an app called Influencer. So if I ever do run out of this foundation, I definitely will repurchase it. And thank you to Influencer for giving me this complimentary, trying it out for free. All right, and the last foundation that I want to talk about is one of my all-time favorites, regardless of the finish. I know so many people are gonna be like, what? Are you kidding me? But this is the Urban Decay All Nighter Foundation. I love this foundation so much. The second that it launched, I had to buy it. I had to pick it up. This is going to be $40 in store and online. Shade range is amazing. They have ranges from neutral to cool tones to pinks to warms to goldens. I love this foundation on anybody. I think it looks amazing. If you're super dry, I don't recommend this, but like I said, I am going to be normal to dry, so this actually complements my skin very well. It has a nice matte finish to where it blurs out the complexion. The coverage of this is amazing. Super full. If you're somebody who loves the Kat Von D foundation, I don't really like that one as much. This is going to be the sister to it, but the lighter weight sister, like the thinner sister that provides enough coverage on the face. It does come with a pump for $40. I think that's very nice. Longevity wise, this is the foundation that I wore for almost like 36 hours. Whenever Pittsburgh Pride was going on, I wore this overnight, slept in it, woke up, still had a full face on. I was completely blown away by the coverage of this foundation, that it was still on my face and it looked pretty much intact. But I would say realistically, you're going to get pretty much like an all-day wear with this foundation. I don't find this to be drying on my face. I may find a little bit of tightness right here in this area, but if I just go in with the right moisturizer, I'm completely fine with how it looks on my face. Overall, it's just one of my favorite foundations. I will always repurchase this foundation until they discontinue it, which I hope they never do. But definitely, I am going to be repurchasing this over and over again whenever I want to feel like I want to put something nice on my face. Alright guys, and that is it. Those are my top 5 favorite foundations. I hope this video isn't really long, but I hope it was very helpful. If you were looking for a new foundation, and if you're sort of like my same skin type and skin tone, this made it very easy for you. As always, if you enjoyed the video, make sure to give it a thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel for future videos. Follow me on all of my social media links, which are going to be listed down below in the description box. And I will see you guys later on Friday with this makeup tutorial right here. Alright guys, and I'll see you later. Bye!